side, and he is fouled. So Shaq will head to the line. Joe Johnson has missed on his 3 shot attempts. Originally a first-round pick of the Celtics. And following his days with Boston, acquired by Phoenix, spent 4 years with the Suns and then traded to the Hawks in the deal involving Boris Diaw, a couple of draft picks, and he has been thriving in Atlanta. Well, you can vote for the game that you want to see on NBA TV. Special fan night voting extends through tonight's All-Star game, and results will be announced on a special episode of Inside the NBA on NBA TV following the NBA All-Star game. There's a brick thrown up by...
Oh, that's a shocker.
And Wednesday on ESPN, it's Orlando at New Orleans, followed by the Lakers at Golden State. Next Sunday on ABC, the Celtics and the Suns from Phoenix. And Shaq will head back to the line.
You know, Mark, just to follow up with that Joe Johnson story, this week on one of the radios here in Phoenix, Robert Sarver, who owns the Phoenix Suns, basically came out and said, you know, I made a mistake. We should have re-signed Joe Johnson the year before he became that free agent. They had a chance to sign him to a $50 million deal. Decided to let him become a free agent, and he decided then to go on to Atlanta. There's Robert Sarver. He ended up signing a 5-year, $70 million deal in Atlanta, and how that Atlanta team now, he went through some lean times, Mark, like you talked about, but that's a very young and exciting team that took the Boston Celtics to 7 games last year in the first round of the playoffs.
Shaq now 1 of 4 at the line. Pierce lost it. Recovered by Lewis. Shaq has to be considered in the running for MVP honors the way things are going here.
Well, he's in the running, especially he's out here guarding point guards the last 3 or 4 possessions.
Well, we see that often where, you know, a guy plays on his home court and guys really work to get him the ball. We've seen it through the years where the local guys have been the MVPs.
There's Parker running out on the 3, and it's Shaq showing the lively legs. It was not thought that he would get as many minutes. Parker, again, from downtown, but Shaq missed his first field goal attempt, but since then, he's hit 8 in a row as this third quarter comes to a close. The West 110 and the East 91. Fans, you can vote for the All-Star Game MVP during the fourth quarter of this game by logging on to NBA.com or by texting your vote to 38657. It's the West 110 and the East 91. You're watching the 58th NBA All-Star Game on TNT. In this 2009 NBA All-Star Game is Dodger manager, controversial author Joe Torre, actor/comedian Chris Tucker, as we check the star-studded crowd, including Terrell Owens of the Dallas Cowboys,
MVP of the celebrity game,
John King, and Dana Bash from CNN, and Eva Longoria Parker, or Reggie and Doug, as you know her, Mrs. Solis from Desperate Housewives.
Gabrielle?
Yes.
Wait a minute. Both of you guys know that. See, I did not know that.
That's one of my favorite shows. I do not miss it.
Okay. Who knew?
Reggie just not on the cutting edge here in terms of important cultural events.
Wow.
Well, you can see that zone defense that Phil Jackson talked about playing. That's basically what they're doing. Anytime that ball goes to the wing, they just load up the floor. It's a zone, no place really to go. It's Brandon Roy takes his eye off the ball, and that third quarter, Marv, only 2 turnovers for the West.
Mo Williams off the mark, but Rashard Lewis is right there. Both teams have made changes. Pau Gasol is back along with Dirk Nowitzki, Brandon Roy, Phillips, and Parker in the backcourt.
See, the East, they're going to switch everything, and they can try to make a little spurt here, get back in this game.
Nowitzki. Rashard Lewis has returned. Mo Williams at the point. Here's Allen. But Ray Allen on the reverse, he has 8 points.
Ray Allen's having a terrific year, a much more efficient year than he had last year. He even talked about that. His shooting is up, his three-point shooting, his free throw shooting second in the NBA. He said his goal every year, Reggie, and you would appreciate this as a shooter, 50% from the field as Tony Parker knocks down a jumper, but 50% from the field, 40% from three, and 90% from the free throw line. He never has done that in his career, but is very close this year to making that happen.
Pierce able to drill it, and Ray and Reggie are the only 2 players in NBA history to hit 2,000-plus three-pointers. Ray with 2,100. Reggie apparently slipped one in earlier. 2,560, I guess, including the 2 you hit tonight.
I guess so.
Yeah. They were almost teammates, too.
Oh, see, that's how rumors get started,
They were
Coach.
almost teammates.
That's how rumors get started, Coach.
Well, Doc Rivers had checked you out on a couple of occasions, although Danny Ainge disputed it. He said, no, he's really talking about your sister, Cheryl.
Yes, we look alike.
Here's the lob. Oh, Brandon Roy from Tony Parker.
You know, he's a sneaky leaper.
Yes, he is.
You know, when you watch him, you don't think he gets up that high, and then all of a sudden you see him finishing against these bigger players.
Williams. Oh, Williams did on with that shot. 116.99. The West on top. Parker tried to go behind the back, and it's last touched by Lewis. Let's go to Craig.
Well, with me is Phoenix Suns season ticket holder, Arizona Senator John McCain with his wife Cindy. And who's your favorite All-Star out there, and what's impressed you in the game so far?
So far, it's got to be Shaq. I think he's trying to prove to everybody that he's still the MVP. Missed his first shot, and then I think made the next 8. Nobody's stopping him.
You're doing a good job. You could be our stat man. Terry Porter apparently was informed tonight that he will not be the coach of the Phoenix Suns tomorrow. They're going to replace him. When Senator Obama, now President Obama, said that he wanted to change, I don't think he was talking about your Phoenix Suns. What's happened to this proud franchise?
Well, I think they're lacking in the chemistry, but we wish Terry Porter well. He's a great guy, and we wish him. He's a great coach. We wish him well.
All right, thanks a lot. Now that you have more time in your hands, with all due respect, maybe you can help break the ship to the Phoenix Suns.
Maybe so, but I don't know if they need help from a politician.
All right, thanks a lot. Back to you, Marv.
Well put.
He must be listening to your telecast, Marv, throwing out the stats that you just had spoke of.
Apparently he's keeping score.
Why don't we switch him and Paul out? Paul, why don't you go over there and sit next to Cindy and Eva and have the senator come on over here?
Politicians are always polling numbers. Electoral college, popular vote, all the numbers.
Reggie lashing out our statistician Paul Evans, who was in tears, depressed. Nowitzki able to knock it down. The West now leads 118-99. 4 minutes gone by in the fourth quarter. Pretty pass.
Yes.
Devin Harris from Mo Williams.
Marv, you see Devin Harris on a nightly basis. What has impressed you the most about Devin Harris this year?
The dazzling speed with the ball. The way he and Vince Carter have played together so effectively as Parker is able to hit. And the consistency of Harris. Just had perhaps a one-off period when he was battling injuries, but he's had a tremendous year. A timeout called. 120-101 the score. The West on top, and Benny the Bull has found a new friend, Spike Lee.
I don't know about that. Benny, what are you doing?
Does not look thrilled.
Put the top hat on, Spike.
Oh! Why you want to do me like that? We're at 8 games in a row with a steal. Makes sense, huh?
Don't do it. Don't do it, coach. Hit him on the wing. Shay, catch it on the wing. Catch it on the wing and work out Dwight.
Shaq got 12. Uh-oh.
Oh, Chris Paul orchestrating the foolery of Dwight Howard of Superman through the legs, Shaq going baseline and finishing. These guys had a lot of fun this summer over in Beijing, bringing home the gold medal. Getting those nice rings at halftime.
Those are beautiful rings.
LeBron spinning his way. That'll count at a foul.
How about that degree of difficulty?
I'm thinking Mike Brown's probably thinking, all right, we've got